Okay, so here we are at the Walden and Case Overwatch game. We're going to be narrating tonight. I'm Sky, and this is...
I'm Xavier. I'm an alumni from Walden.
Yes, and I'm a current senior at Walden right now, so we're going to be shoutcasting for the game and just explaining what's going on and trying to make sure everyone knows what's happening.
It's going to be a crazy game, crazy set of 5 total games. It's going to be a fun night.
Yes.
That being said, to clear up, to make a little bit of clarity so everybody knows, the right side is Walden and the right side is Walden, red side is Walden, and the blue side will be Case. It is labeled, but just in case, so everybody knows.
Yes. Alright, so for our Case team, we have Emma the Man, Critical Hit, Invited, Rated, Crazy Crafter, and Ariel AJ. And then for Walden, we have Lil Quaz, Corn Dog, AZNWI, Super Zebra 35, yours truly 03, and KX Star.
That was funny.
All right,
Here's your history book. Fresh delivery for you. Stinker.
We're just waiting on the game to start now, so. But yeah, we're going to be playing a total of 5 maps tonight, and this is not an official league game, so, I mean, it doesn't really matter who.
It's just for fun.
Yes, who wins or loses, it's just for fun.
So, if everything's looking how it should be, I believe Case is trying to set up their own stream so they can have their people watch on not our stream. But that being said, the first map is going to be Oasis. It is a control map. For those of you out there who don't know what the control map is, basically, both teams have to fight for a center objective. It's kind of like a king of the hill. What everybody wants to do is they want to get on that center point of the map, and they want to, after about 10 seconds of staying on it with no contest, they capture it, and then they slowly get points up to 100%. Once at 99%, if one enemy is on the point, it will go into overtime until the enemies leave the point. So, if they leave the point and it goes to 100%, the game is over. It will be a best 2 out of 3 map. Or is it best 1 out? No, it's best 2 out of 3. I'm forgetting things. Quite simple. Yeah, I was hoping so. I thought it was a good explanation. Thank you.
Yep, so that's how this first one's going to go. I believe another game mode that we're going to go through is pushing the cart. And yeah, we'll go into further explanation for that one when it comes up.
Yeah. But for the first one, if the map is Oasis is a fairly, in my opinion, I'm not an expert, Oasis is a fairly open map, though. There's a lot of opportunities to get everywhere in the map. There's not a lot of close quarters in it. Apart from 1/3. Oh yes, we can interact with the comments. They're people too. Isn't that just wacky? That's a good point. It isn't just for fun.
Yes, and it is good for. It's a pretty good map to use. Widowmaker, and she's the sniper for the game. And we're entering the game. Oh, okay.
Hanzo action.
Hanzo. Oh gosh.
I'll try to give a brief. If possible, I'll try to give a brief description of characters. That'll be a little hard, but we'll do what we can.
Yeah, each because it's a 6v6, and so you have 2 supports, which are like healers, and 2 tanks, which are gonna be like 2 super buff guys. Like they're gonna be taking all the damage, tanking all of it, which is why they're called tank.
Yeah. They're meant to get shot. They're meant to absorb. They want all of the heat being given.
Yes, and then you have 2 DPS, which the DPS are going to be the main sources of damage. and are really gonna. There's also gonna be like flank DPS, which are just gonna want to try and get behind the team and annoy them real bad. Alright, so we're looking at the Walden team right now.
This would be the team composition. A lot of people don't know these characters, but it's really hard to go over in just a small amount of time. However, what Walden's team is doing, which we will be streaming only Walden's viewpoints of this game, Walden's team is primarily a dive comp. What they like to do is they like to get into the enemy backlines and they like to go fast. They want to give the enemies no breathing room to do whatever they want to do.
Yes, and Lucio, which is one of the healers, is a very good pick for this type of dive comp because Lucio has an ability where he speed boosts everyone. And so, as you can see, if we switch to Lucio's perspective, he can heal everybody and he can also make everybody go a lot faster.
This is hard.
All right, so KX Star just he took out one of the tanks. All right, and a DPS. It's taken out by one of the healers, and again, KX Star taking out a healer.
And this is what that.
And one of our tanks took out another tank.
This is what the dive comp will truly do to you. If you can't deal with the really fast, annoying characters, they're just going to melt your team. Your team's going to go away in a heartbeat. You need to have a way to react.
Yes, the dive composition is very much push forward, and you just can't let them breathe. Can't let them wiggle.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so he just got hooked by one of the tanks.
Hook. However,
all right, he had a good recovery.
Healers are staying on top of the Sigma.
Oh, and another hook that might. Yep.
That's going to do him in. That's all right. It's probably best for our team Walden to start backing up.
Yeah, I was going to say we kind of pushed up a little bit too far.
Yeah, this seems to be a very good counter
and they're popping ults.
So, by getting caught out, the Walden team, they're getting caught out. Those Roadhog hooks were absolutely lethal because that just took out the front line. And with one less front line, a 5v6 is almost unwinnable in proper team conditions. It's just too hard.
Yeah, this Roadhog, the tank, he's super good at singling out one person and pulling out one person into their team.
Yes, he punishes being misplaced. If you're out of position, you're going to get punished by Roadhog. He's going to make sure that you're part of his team now, and then you're gone.
Yes. All right, and then we just saw Lucio pop his ult. What basically his ult does, he doubles everybody's health.
Gives a big shield to everybody.
All right, and Reaper the enemy Reaper on K's side just popped his ult. He didn't get anybody, but he made room for Sombra to get somebody.
I was going to say, a lot of ults were being blown, for sure.
Yeah. And the ults are going to be the middle thing where you see 32% right now. They build up over time. Oh, gosh, our team is...
Yeah, we're getting caught out pretty bad. We're trickling in.
Yeah, they're definitely trickling in. Our Winston pushed up super far.
Yep, everybody's just out of place right now.
Yeah.
Our team really needs
So the best thing to do right now would be to group up. And I believe that's what they're going to be doing. I hope. Yep, they're definitely grouping up.
Everybody to spawn in, get a nice little team together.
Yep.
All right, so if we hit tab right here real quick, we can see all of our team's ult charges and whatnot, and we can see that we have a Tracer ult and a Sigma ult ready. The Tracer ult doesn't really matter too much. That'll at best get one kill. Elimination. It'll pick somebody off. That's what it's meant to do. But as for the Sigma ult, that can be a complete win or loss ult if used properly. And that was the Tracer ult out the window. Nothing happened.
But I think about what's good for a Tracer ult is it kind of like distracts everybody because you don't want to get caught in it.
Yeah. The Sigma ult, though, should be coming out soon, I would hope.
Yep, there goes our Sigma ult. It basically lifts everyone and slams them to the ground, causing them to take a huge amount of damage.
50% of their maximum health.
Yep, and that calls for 2 kills. 3 kills, nice.
And that's going to be enough to recap the point for Walden, as soon as they get rid of all the enemies, of course.
Yep,
which they did. And there's that overtime I was talking about earlier. As you can see, though, Walden's almost capped the point, and it's theirs again. So now they just need to hold it to the same point.
Yeah.
Overtime can happen again, however, should Case recap the point or get onto it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we
So
won't let that happen though.
yeah. So what it looks like, yeah, they're just trying to block off.
They're just trying to cover every entrance, make sure nobody gets onto the point, nobody sneaks around or anything like that. And you
And
can see we have a Moira ult ready, and a Moira ult will essentially shoot a beam and heal and damage everything in the beam.
yep, and they also pop the Roadhog ult, which is it pushes
Really good
the
way to
enemies back. Yep.
stall.
Right. They probably have some. Oh, they had Mercy.
Yep. The enemy
Oh,
Mercy is
geez.
down, however, we are starting to get picked off as
Yeah,
well.
we're in a very tight spot right now. As you can see, they're both at 99%, so whoever caps in holds it is going to win this match.
Yep. And at the time, it's looking like Case will probably
Yeah, it's
win
looking
this
like
one.
Case might. We still have a tank on.
We do, and that might just be enough for Walden to pull the victory out of this one.
Yeah, the DPS took big.
Ooh,
Nice.
that's a slick pick.
Yeah, that was a very good hook on him. But that's also a Mercy res.
Mercy basically can pull people back into the fight before they have to walk back from base.
Yeah, Mercy is.
Oh, and here's another Sigma ult, paired with a Reaper ult as well.
Oh.
I'm surprised we're holding this on for so long.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen. It seems like Tracer is the only one on right now.
Yes, Tracer seems to be the only one on point. Well, no, there's another.
And Sigma, yep.
And if the Tracer can land her ult on this Reinhardt, he'll die. Or he'll just go naturally. That works too. Of course, Walden needs to keep this point up. And it is a very back and forth fight right now. Both teams.
Yeah, they have a Lucio and a Hammond on point. Because Lucio's so fast, he's usually hard to catch, but they caught him out. And Hammond is also a super mobile character. As you can see, he's just swinging around. His whole kind of like gimmick is being like a little hamster in a ball. So he's just swinging around the point.
He is the hamster ball.
Yep.
And it looks like Walden is winning the fight overall.
Yeah. They're Case is kind of trickling in right now, which is not the best, but it's the only thing they can really do at this point.
Yeah, they need to stall, and that's going to be the first victory for Walden.
That's going to be the first game.
That is, well, it's not the first full game.
Well, I know. Okay.
They don't. Well, some do. But yes, that is 1 out of 2.
Yes, so if Walden can get this other point, then...
Yep, so if Walden wins this next map, the game's over. We'll be moving on to the next match. However, if Case is to win, then there's going to be a third round. It's essentially the tiebreaker round.
Yes.
And as we can see, here's all of Walden's characters. Once again, it's hard to explain what they all do in such a short amount of time. But this is kind of the same thing that they were going for last time. Mostly,
not much of a dive one, really, at this point. But I think they're going for more damage, it looks like.
Kind of a split.
I always like a Lucio pick because I love to hurry up and get on the point.
Ooh, and that's a good pick from the Roadhog.
Yep, that's a very
Diva
good
has
pick.
a lot of mobility. She can get out of there. Diva's the one in the big mech suit. Giant robot.
Yeah, Diva's, again, one of those tanks. And we actually got 2 picks, one on the healer and one on a DPS.
Mm-hmm. And Corndog, who would be Miles, is looking like the MVP right now. He's going crazy with these hooks. He doesn't care where they are. He's just hitting them left and right.
Yep, that's all you can do is Roadhog.
And the current character we're spectating is McCree. He works well from a distance. He just got the big handgun. He has the big iron on his hip.
If you would.
If you would. Yeah, so right now, it's looking like Walden's territory, just in general. This match, personal opinion, is one of the worst ones when it comes to just pushing. There's no way to go around. They have to go through these 2 gates. There's no secondary route. So Walden,
that would have been a super big Lucio pick if he could have bumped all them off, but
falling off the map will, in fact,
they're still getting picks. Lil Quaz just took out Tank down. There's a DPS down. Looks like the Sigmas are dueling, and our Super Zebra 35 or Cade took that one. So.
And then we have 3 ultimates ready, all of them being absolutely devastating in team fights, can easily turn the tides of battle.
Yes, and as we're spectating KX Star, which his ult does is basically he
spins around.
Yeah, he's gonna try and get flank into the back line and get in the middle of their team.
He might be looking for that opportunity real soon, actually.
Yeah, he's gonna be definitely looking for like a double or triple kill.
It's just lined up for him. For any of those familiar, he's essentially a Beyblade when he goes in.
Yep. Oh, and there's a D.Va ult that they. All right, nobody's.
That's a
all right.
good
That was a
Lucio
very good
ult.
counter Lucio ult on our part after Sigma laid down his. All right, and as you can see, their enemy Moira is ulting, and it's just that big stream.
It looks like Case is actually winning the push, however, now, but that's all right because they still need to cap the entire point for up to 100 points. And they're not even getting on the point. Actually, I completely lied to you. Sorry about that.
Wow, that was a very good hold on our part.
Yeah, Walden's just gonna win, just real fast.
Yep, and play the game. Play the game. Play the game is gonna be the enemy Moira. Again, she's one of those healers.
If she's one of the healers, and this is what her ult does. It's absolutely devastating in team fights. It pierces shields. It doesn't care about anything. Doesn't care about your team. Doesn't care about the enemy team.
Yeah, it's absolutely a killing machine. And with that, we took three
little player cards. Yeah, the player cards, they're just something fancy to look at. It's just the people who did the best in certain categories.
Yeah.
It's nothing too fancy or anything.
But it always feels good to see yourself on there.
it just lets you know you did something better than everybody else. It's nice, real empowering. And now, of course, we can engage with the chat. Oh, hey, Ben is here.
Ben.
Ponda. Ben's here.
Imagine John Christian's here.
Imagine spam. Oh, that's cute too. We're all here.
Hello.
So, the next map is this another control map?
I'm not sure. They might be decided on a map right now.
I was gonna say probably. I would heavily assume. So we'll see in just a second what they're gonna pick, and we'll go over the game mode. We'll go over the map. It should be a hybrid. So what a hybrid is it's a half of what we just saw and half of a cart pushing. Basically, what the enemies are going to have to do, or the attacking team, I should say, what the attacking team is going to have to do for the hybrid map is they're going to have to push past a certain point and capture the point as the previous game mode. Once the point is captured, however, they're going to have to push a cart for another half of the map. And as long as they have their team on the cart, the more people they have, the faster it'll move, up to a max of 3 people. If memory serves me correct, that's how the game used to work. As soon as one enemy gets on the little cart, though, a little wheelbarrow, it will stop moving entirely. They have to keep the enemies off of it. And if it stays idle for too long and not being pushed, it'll slowly start to go backwards. It's a way to punish for not pushing and, keeping up on top of the point. I don't expect to see any of that from either team, however. It should be constant action on the point.
Yep.
If you ask me.
It looks like they're going for the King's Row map.
King's Row is a great map. It's one of the original maps. I miss it so much.
I was going to say, it's honestly a favorite for everybody.
It is. It's also one of Walden's best maps, if you ask me. And from what they've told me in the past.
Which is going to be interesting to watch.
It'll for sure be a fun one to watch. But yes, King's Row. Again, it's another open map for the first half, but the second half is a lot more tight corridors. A little bit less. And then after this match, we are going to have a halftime show for Case. We will send you a link when that time is ready, as I do not have access to it.
Well, then we're entering the game.
It is best map. I'm sorry, I don't know any of these people's usernames in real life, so I will not be addressing you by names. But yes, Dark Lord, King's Row is a really good map. I'm still more of an Eichenwald fan. Although Eichenwald kind of sucks. I like Blizzard World. So anyway, right now, they were waiting for everybody to load. They're just having a little fun is all. Actually, this is a good time to kind of go over what characters do and whatnot.
Yeah, so this is going to be that Widowmaker that we were talking about earlier. She's one of the game's snipers. So she can either.
Hold up. We're spectating Case right now.
Yeah.
The spectator box's roles didn't get changed. We're going to be spectating Case the entire game.
Oh.
And Case is going to be spectating us.
You know what? Yeah, that might be.
That'll be a doozy. How many maps are we? It's going to be a total of 5 games are going to be played.
Yes.
Mr. Steven. This isn't a private chat, but this is an Overwatch game chat. We don't have control over that, personally.
Oh,
wait,
okay.
no, never mind. Okay, we can't see ourselves.
Yeah, sorry. We freaked ourselves out for no reason.
It's better to be prepared than sorry.
All right, so again, it's going to be.
So for our team composition for Walden this time, I don't know what to call this one. I'm not good enough with Overwatch.
Honestly, it's just I feel like it's more defensive.
Yeah.
They have that Widowmaker pick, which for Loquaz, I know that's one of his mains, so.
He does play a pretty sick, nasty Widow.
He definitely does. He has a special flick of the wrist. And, yeah, so Widowmaker is just going to be trying to single people out.
In fact, he's getting ready to take a pick right now. He's looking for it.
Yep, he's looking for it.
it.
All right, and then for the 2 tanks, both of them are going to be shield tanks. So that's very good on a defense map, which is we're trying to control this point behind us that is outlined by the blue.
Yep.
But they're pushing super hard with our that DPS that they have, Junkrat. He's basically just throws out bombs, grenades, and just throws them out all willy-nilly.
He does a lot of damage, but it's all very misplaced.
Yeah, you can't really.
It's not focused too well.
Yeah.
And Walden's probably actually going to instantly lose
they
this
definitely
point.
pushed us out.
Yeah, that's going to be a very harsh one for the Walden team. There's honestly no coming back from that either. That's just going to be a first round over. Everybody's just going to have to spawn in and get ready for the next part.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate for the Walden
All right,
team.
and this is going to be one of those maps where you have to push the cart. So the first point was just capturing the point, and that's when you get the cart released out to the other team. Basically, what Walden's objective is going to be try and push them off that cart and make them stay off of it.
And then that little blue tick marker you see in that line up top, that's going to be essentially a halfway point. If the enemies can get it there, it will grant them more time to push the cart, and it's another checkpoint that Walden will have to get to in order to win the map.
Yes.
And then a harsh counter engage from Walden going out in the point right now. Ults flying everywhere on both teams.
All right, and
not much seems to be happening with the enemy Moira ult, however.
Yeah, that enemy. Oh,
well, never
gosh.
mind.
Yeah, that's Zarya ult. Oh, wow. They popped like 4 ults.
Yeah, but Walden's once again getting pushed back really
Yeah, that. Using all of those ults wouldn't necessarily be a super. I feel like they should have only used that Hanzo ult, and the Hanzo ult was those 2 dragons that we saw before.
It just does a lot of damage.
Yeah, and it's also good at like clearing people out in that little hallway that they were all scrunched up in.
Yep. And this is the indoors section of the map. Walden's just going to let the team get to the next point because pushing is essentially a death wish. If they go across that corner, as you'll see, health bars are going to melt.
Yeah.
Because the entire enemy team is there. They're all ready. They're all set up. Walden will be defending from this point onwards, however. But they do not seem to be doing too good.
All right, yeah, they got a pick on our tank. Oh, and a pick on our healer, and another pick on our DPS. So, yeah, it's half our team, and nope. Yeah, they're kind of just diminishing right now.
Once again, almost the entire team down.
And as we can see, Sigma trying to contest this right now. Oh,
Sigma's
and taken down by the Hanzo.
Is going to be a really fast lose for Walden, sadly.
Yeah, this was...
Not much else
They
is gonna
pushed
happen.
super well.
Unless if Walden can start to get some picks, they might be able to stall. And if they can get enough picks, they can cause it to... They could potentially not get the enemies to push to the final.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
yeah, that was another 2 ults. They just... Yeah, I don't think Walden can.
Yeah, it's over at that point. Now, this is only round 1. Now it's Walden's turn to begin pushing. If Walden is able to get that cart to the same point, we're going to go into another repeat of rounds, and the enemies have 4.5 minutes remaining to push. So if Walden is able to successfully push that cart to the end, where we saw at the very, very end, the enemy team is going to have to push again, but with only that 4.5 minutes. And then if they're able to do that, it just keeps going back and forth until one team can't push as far as the other. Or if they can't capture the point. Same thing.
Yes, which is. It didn't look like we were too good at defending, so.
Hopefully we'll be better on offense.
Yeah, hopefully. Open again, it looks like they're going for that dive team comp.
Yep, they always go for that. Usually, I'll say. I won't say always. Yep. That would be a lie. A little fib.
As you can see, we have that hamster ball character I was talking about earlier. And Winston is the little monkey guy you see jumping around here.
The monkey man.
Yes,
Winston's another one of those very big and annoying characters. Well, he can get into your backline with that jump specifically, which is on a fairly short cooldown. He can get into your backline and get out, as well as he has a shield that's in the shape of a dome. So what you can do is you can either put that for your team, or you can basically put the enemy team inside the dome. They can still walk in and out, but any gunshots can't go through it. And that's the good thing.
Right, and yep, it just looks like they're speed boosting on the point with that Lucio.
Yep, they're just trying to go straight in, but they need to find a good opportunity to push through the enemy's defenses.
Yep, and
here's
as we saw that,
and there's Winston that dome shield as well.
Yep, and they got to pick on the DPS.
This is pretty good.
All right, pick on another healer, DPS.
This looks to be about the same that's happening from last game.
Yeah, this Ryan is kind of really messing with our team.
Yep.
But that doesn't really matter right now because they're still capturing the point.
Yep, and as long as the point gets captured, that's all that matters. That being said, there are little tick marks every third of the little bar, if you can see that. If the bar goes past one of those small ticks, that means it won't regress past that point. Yep. So once they get to a third, they will forever be at a third. It's also another way to, make overtime. Well, not overtimes, but it makes it for the other team to have like another point to get to rather than having to capture the whole point or lose. They can instead just capture a third.
Yep, and luckily our team easily captured that point, as I kind of feel like this is more of like this map is not in favor of the defenders.
Yeah. The defenders' spawn points are very far away at all points of time.
Yeah.
That being said, the enemies didn't put up a fight at the first choke point for this push, which is kind of surprising, but they will be setting up for the second choke point. And they're going to get some picks right off the bat, too, which is pretty good.
Yeah, it looks like we're close to this point for a second.
Yeah, we seem to be a bit out of place, a bit caught out, but it's all right as long as Walden can regroup.
Yep, and it looks like that's what we're doing right now. Oh, Lil Claus is caught out. That's real tragedy.
Yeah, that's not a good thing. So the thing with Tracer, that's Lil Claus, Ryan's character. The thing with Tracer is Tracer's a very, very fast, in-your-face character. She can get around like nothing about it, but she has the smallest health bar in the game. If she gets caught out, she's gone. However, she has an ability which she can rewind time, essentially, for herself, and she can re-heal herself. That's her escape if she's caught out. If the enemy's found her, locked onto her, and is trying to get her down, she can just do that and just back up.
Oh my gosh, that was a huge triple kill on KXR.
Yep, there was a huge Genji ult there.
Yep, that was super good for this push. Yeah, I feel like no doubt they're going to get this point.
Yeah, they're probably going to cap the point after that one. Well, the entire enemy team's down.
Yeah, that was a very big ult on KXR.
So this is working out fairly well. Walden has 5 minutes remaining to push that point. The way it's looking, they're not going to have as much time as the enemies to push again, but they'll still be able to push.
Yes, as long as they just kind of stay grouped up.
Mm-hmm. And overtime rules still apply, similarly to the last game. If Walden is pushing the cart and their timer runs up, as long as they stay on the cart, it will go into overtime. As long as there's one person.
Looks like they totally neglected the cart there for a second.
Yeah.
And they continue to do it again.
Yeah, Walden's team is very pushed up right now. I
Yeah,
don't see why. They need somebody on that point to be pushing at all times.
Yeah, so I'm
or
not
else it'll start to
sure.
go backwards.
As you can see, our healer, yours truly, 03 or Aiden, he's being very mindful of that.
I'm trying to be.
Yeah,
He's
trying
also
to be as
getting
much as he
singled out,
can,
though.
and by also helping the team. And
Yeah, getting picks is always nice, of course, but if you're not pushing the point, you're not winning.
yeah,
That's
then
what it comes down to.
there's no point, literally.
That being said, they are pushing the point right now. They're doing what they can. I do feel they use too many resources, though, for, not too much benefit.
Yeah, that was a very big ult.
Yeah, that's also
on
a good
Junkrat.
Junkrat. That's 3 of our teammates down. That's not good. That's 4 down.
Yeah, so
Walden's
honestly, Walden just needs to completely regroup.
As they're regrouping, though, the enemies are going to have a lot of time to get all of their players up and form at the point, making it a lot harder for Walden to push to that final point and win.
Ooh, that's...
Yes, no ults on Walden's team either is another downfall. However, that Genji ult is almost back up. Genji being KX Star, of course. He's the ninja robot.
Yes.
If he's able to get that ult up, he
I
get
feel like
another 3 picks.
Yeah, I was going to say I feel like our healer AZ and WI was a little bit too far pushed up for that. Oh, and that's a super big ult on their part.
Yep, the enemies have a really good Reinhardt ult. They are stopping Walden at all points for pushing to this card. And that's not a good thing.
Yeah, they are not letting us get the chance.
And if you can see back on that blue bar up on top, you'll see the little backwards arrow. That's because Walden is not pushing the point. That is meaning that the card's going to start going backwards.
Yep, the enemy case team is pushing the cart back right now. And
it's probably a good thing, though, because the cart's in a very bad pushing position. Walden needs to come around that corner in order to push it forward, but the enemies can stay on that cart. The enemies can stay built up on that point.
Yeah, this is a very... I feel like this is when the defenders are given the best option, was when they hit this point, because I feel like it's very much easier to push on this point. Mm-hmm. But just gotta hope that our Walden 3 team can make it through.
They're doing what they can, and we do have ults up now.
Yep, we have that Genji ult and
the Hammond ult.
Yep.
So since we're in a little bit of downtime, what Genji ult does is essentially Genji, the robot, as we're spectating right now, he's going to pull out his sword, and he can just start swinging his sword. And it does a lot of damage with each slice, and he can hit 3 people with every hit, if not more, 6 potentially.
And that's their Reinhardt again.
And big team fight going out. And there's that Genji ult as previously spoken, and there's an Ana ult on him currently. However, I don't know if he's going to get taken out.
Yeah,
he's holding on to
that Mara ult was very lethal, and that Reinhardt ult was super well timed. And is that a Reaper ult on enemy side? Yep. They're popping all the ults. They're not letting Walden get the chance to get on the point.
Yeah, Case is doing a really good job at puppy guarding that card. Luckily, they aren't all dying, so they are given chances to push. There'll probably be only 1, maybe 2 more pushes before the game's just over. Yeah, because, there's 60 seconds remaining right now, so... And anyway, this will be Walden's final push. Yeah, Walden definitely just has to group up right now and push as a team and just try and get as many picks out as they can. Yep. They're going to have to shred down that Reinhardt shield or something. Yep. Oh, and the Reinhardt shield is gone, so this would be a very good time. We don't have any ults up yet. Ults are coming on their way for sure, but we can't see it, but I'm sure the enemy team has some ults that they're hanging on to for a worst-case scenario situation. Yeah, and we have to touch that point, otherwise it will not go in overtime. Somebody has to be on that point at all times in the next 10 seconds. Oh, and that's that Warrior ult again. Oh, very big ult from Lil Quaz. Yeah, that's going to be 2 hits, a tank and a healer down. Yep. Very important people to have gone. This might be the winning push for Walden, actually. Well, not winning, but... It might be. They might be able to get it. All right, so it's just Little Quaz right now, and he's doing everything he can, and we're on the point. They are just fighting for their lives. And it's looking like Walden is not going to make this one out. Sure enough, Case is going to outdo them. Yeah, Case that was a very tough match. Yeah, Case put up a real tough fight there. They were They were really rock solid on that point. They
Yeah,
weren't
that
moving
was
for anything.
absolutely a huge comeback for Case.
So that will be, in the end, a Case win.
Yep, and then here's that Hanzo.
Yeah, this is another Case play of the game.
Yep, Case play of the game.
That's a little stinky.
All
Yeah,
right.
what Hanzo can do
Oh
is...
yeah, he got 2 good picks off, and then that's his ult right there. It's gonna be the 2 dragons. They just do a whole bunch of damage, and they'll push you out of any spot. And all of the cards are Cases, so
Walden put up a good fight, but they just weren't able to push that last little inch at the end.
yep. And if they were to have, they would have set it into...
Would have been into an... Well, yeah, it would have been Case's turn to push again.
Yeah, and so it'd be a tiebreaker match. Ooh.
Whoa, we got Alex up in the chat now, too. That's wild. All right, so with that being said, I do believe that this would be halftime now, correct? A little halftime show going on?
Oh, yep, halftime show is going to be brought to you by Case's band. And so just in a second here, we're going to have...
There should be a link up on screen.
Yep.
Oh, in fact, it's in the comment section. So if you want to watch that halftime show, go over there, check it out, figure out what's going on, listen to Case's band, or don't. That's up to you. And now the banner is also up on screen.
Yep, so Case's band is having a little halftime show, as you can see at twitch.tv/CaseHSLegends. Yep, so go over there if you want to check it out, or, I mean, we're just going to kind of be in limbo for the 5-minute halftime. Yep, but make sure after you're done watching that, make sure to come back for the second half of the games tonight.
There will be a total of 3 more games, by the way. We're not doing a best 3 out of 5. It's just 5 total games being played. For those who are interested.
Yes. All right, so we're back from the halftime show, and I have a new co-host with me.
Hi, I'm AJ Grigg, and I will be the co-host for the rest of the game.
Yes. All right, so it's looking like we're still deciding on the map. I'm not sure what type of escort. All right, it's gonna be Dorado.
Okay, so escort maps are when there is a payload, and the attacking team actually has to escort the entire payload to the other side of the map while defending against all of the enemy team. So it's pretty difficult for the attacking team, um, but it's easily pulled off with a dive comp, which is basically where you just all go in speedy as ones, like go in, kill the enemy team, and then go back to the payload and pull it up with you. Except the only thing with that is sometimes it'll fail because then you can let the enemy team get to the payload. And if the enemy team gets to the payload, then they can push it back a bit.
Yep. So, um, ooh. After the last game, I'm not sure like what's gonna happen because K's made a very big comeback.
It does, in fact, look like they're pretty even. Pretty even teams.
Oh. All right, so we're just waiting for everybody to load in. Yep, and here's that payload that we were talking about earlier. They're going to want to push this until the other edge of the map, and looks like they're picking their heroes. I feel like Walden's team is probably going to do maybe like a hybrid of a dive team, so let's check out their picks. Yep, so they're doing, again, that Winston, the big monkey man, and then Sigma is their other tank.
Ooh, and I see Ryan is running Genji. Genji will definitely be able to help the dive comp push very nicely because
Yep.
of how mobile he is and how much like jumping and just speed he has.
Yep, and same with Lucio, he's probably going to keep them sped up to the point and healed up. And KX Star's pick with Doomfist. Doomfist is a very, very, like he gets into the back lines and he just absolutely obliterates everybody. And
They are off.
Yep, they're running for the wind. So they took a bit of a different approach. All right, and it looks like the enemy DPS got 2 picks out already.
They're fighting in a pretty odd spot for this map. Usually they'll all be fighting right in front of the payload in a little hallway, as you'll see right here. But I guess they're fighting in a very weird spot.
Yeah, I'm not. I've never seen that approach taken before, so. Okay, it looks like Walden is just gonna resume back to what should have usually happened. I feel like they maybe wanted to try and catch the team off guard, which it would work, but the Case's team was ready for whatever Walden
It looked
was
like
on.
it actually gave them a little bit of a advantage on their push. Normally, the defending team would be able to hold them a little bit sooner, but
Yeah,
they're
because
already
of that, they
halfway
pushed.
to the first point.
Yeah, I think that kind of the weird way they kind of came out of that first half. They kind of pushed the team back, pushed Case's team back, and like kind of made them regroup a little bit into farther away from Walden's spawn point.
So what we have here is a player named Anna. She is a Egyptian 6-year-old woman from like their version of the Marines. Except she's also a sniper, but she heals people. So when she shoots her teammates, they get heals instead of getting damaged on.
Yeah, and everybody likes to make fun of her because she's old. But I mean, look at her. Look at her go.
Exactly. She's jumping around and everything.
Yeah, she's a healthy 60-year-old, so I don't see
Exactly.
anything wrong with it. Right, and up here's that Roadhog pick.
So the Roadhog seems to be going off to the side to go to get some extra kills, maybe get a support or get a DPS kill.
Oh,
That'd be definitely beneficial for the initial push.
Yeah, but he got the other Roadhog was definitely not having it. Alright, so they're slowly trying to push her right now, waiting for the whole team to group back up. As you can see, they're still at that top part, which is going to be very difficult for Walden to deal with just because they have that obvious height advantage. And
so both of their tank characters have shields, which is good for a escort map because they can actually just sit like this big hammer guy. This is Reinhardt. He has his own shield where he can hold it and just sit with it.
And
So
look at that McCree ult. It didn't get anyone, surprisingly.
didn't
I'm
get
very surprised by
anybody with
that.
his ult. That was a wasted ult. Ooh.
Yeah, I was actually very surprised by that. I totally thought he was going to get our Sigma.
But they can just put a shield on the front of the payload and then have their DPS sit behind the shield and just spray the crap out of the enemy team and get so many kills.
Yep. It looks like they're slowly trying to push up with their team again. Oh, that was the enemy Junkrat.
So KX Star, I'm pretty sure that is John King. He has his ult right now for Soldier 76. What it does is it gives him aimbot. That's all it does.
Yeah.
And it sounds really, really overpowered. Trust me, it is. You have to be in a really good spot to use it.
Yeah, because people could easily take you out while you're in the middle of it.
Yep, like a headshot to him by a sniper would take him out and
Yep, and they have to hold that point.
Ooh, they're at 0.01 meter.
Oh, I don't think this. I think this is. Yep, this is as far as Walden's gonna go for this.
Ooh,
yeah,
that must have hurt. They were so close.
Yeah, that was a super good Roadhog ult on the Case team. With his ult, he just basically pushed everybody back and just denied anything else from happening.
Walden and Case are both playing fairly good.
They're
fairly good attacks, but their defenses seem to be stronger. Like both of them are trying their hardest on attack, but their defense just counteracts the other team's attack so well.
Yeah, they're super, super good matchups for each other.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so they're going with an Orisa for this round and a Reinhardt. So again, both of those are tank shields.
Yep. So they have both shields. So what that means is they're probably going to try to camp at one point, which means they're just going to sit in one spot with their whole team and have like one or two people go around from the back and kill them. But everyone else will be sitting behind shields, nice and safe, so they can, eliminate the rest of the team. Like Little Quaz, this is Ryan Bransky. He's playing Junkrat, a high damage grenade launcher user. So basically, he has 6 shots and he just sits up top and he can shoot down bombs on the other characters that are very high damage and very lethal, especially to the supports and DPS.
Yep, and they also have a Torbjorn pick, which he has a turret, which, as you can see, it's posted up right here behind the shield. And it's super, super good for absolutely taking out any of the enemy shields. And usually for getting picks off low health. And
Case is pushing up fast.
Yeah.
Faster than we did last round, and we did.
Yeah, Walden immediately had to take. They couldn't really hold Case off from the spot where they are at.
They had to relocate their entire team.
Yes. And this healer, Mercy, I believe this is the first time we've seen her on the Walden team for this match. She's basically, as you can see, she's kind of like pocket healing people. Oh,
She is primary healing, so she doesn't do much damage unless it's a very, very, very low health, like 25 health or lower.
yeah,
She
I
can
think it's.
also revive people, but it takes like I think it's 3 seconds to get the
Oh no,
revive
I think
off.
that's it for us.
That let's see. That is it for the holy. That was the fastest push I have seen.
Yeah, Oh my gosh.
That is it for the third match of Walden versus Case.
Yep,
So
but we still got
if
those 2 maps in.
mhm. If Case wins one more match, then that is game over for Walden.
Yeah, but regardless of if they win or not, they're still going to be playing the last 2 maps out. So, right, and again, all of those player cards are going to be Cases.
If Walden is to win the next match, then we will have a final
Tiebreaker,
fifth
yeah.
match, which will be probably the most intense match I will ever spectate.
Yeah, that's. Man, Case was just not giving them the chance.
Walden's defense is really lacking on that last game. They were easily pushed back because of the start. Their camping spot failed so quickly, which is
Yeah.
such a devastating start of the game for Walden. That set him off to such a bad start.
Well, yeah, that was kind of hard to see. But it looks like they're deciding on which map and what game mode we're going for again. But yeah, hopefully Walden can take it back this game. Oh, wow, that was just.
It was exciting, and it all went by so quickly.
Yeah,
it's all hard to take in.
Yeah, I know Case is probably feeling very, very good right now.
Oh yeah, Case is definitely on a nice little confidence boost right there. They took it like champs. They went so quickly, and it was so impressive. I'm astonished.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that maybe they'll kind of let their guard down because they just took those last 2 games. So maybe Walden can make a comeback. And I feel like our team's Walden's team is definitely strong enough, but I feel like they just need to maybe be communicating with each other more.
They can definitely take this game back. I think they are a little shooken up, which is breaking their team composition. So they aren't sticking together as much. They're kind of pushing in like little trickles. But for the most part, they're doing normal. They're doing fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is showing to be such a great matchup. It's very even. It just
Yeah, they're both very strong teams.
For sure.
Oh,
So right now we are in the skirmish before each match. Somebody isn't loading up as quickly as everybody else.
Yep. Oh. Yep, so everyone's just kind of playing, practicing around, or just jumping off the edge of the map.
And then flying right back on after hitting a spray on the side.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so we're just waiting for that one last player to load in. Oh, and we have Timothy Haynes, the Walden High School art teacher, in the chat. Don't think I didn't see you, Tim.
I did not think I'd see him either, to be honest. There's a little message from Tim there.
Oh. No, I'll try. I'm not gonna make fun of him for being bald right now. We'll save that for later. All right, so they're prepping to attack. All right, let's take a look at the team comp. They're going very much dive with that Diva pick and the Winston pick.
So they're pulling out a new healer. Not new to the game, but we have not seen her yet. On the far right, Super Zebra 35, that is Cade. He is playing Brigitte. But basically, she is kind of like a healer, except she's a mini Reinhardt. She has her own little shield, and she has a flail that acts kind of like Reinhardt's hammer, but can also have a bit of range to it.
Yeah, and I'm kind of surprised by that pick. I don't think I've ever seen them play with her.
I've never seen Brig used competitively, actually. She doesn't have much healing. She has 3 little capsules, which she can throw at her teammates to give them buffs and heals.
And
they recharge over time, but they are very expendable.
Yeah, we tried to dive in immediately, and I don't think that's worked out too well
Looks
for our
like
team.
Our Diva's going down fast.
Yeah. Oh, she got her mech back, though. Oh, and just decided. Honestly, that's falling. Throwing yourself off the map is one of the tactics used just in competitive play because you don't want that other team to get the kill on you.
Yeah. She wanted to get back to the team as fast as possible for this next upcoming push that Walden will attempt right now. Looks like the Reinhardts are going neck and neck.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like our Winston switched to a Reinhardt. I think they kind of realized we needed a bit more, just defense.
Shield instead of diving in and just trying to get the kills. I think Case has quickly adapted to Walden's dive composition that is basically their signature play.
Yeah, so Walden needed to completely revamp everything, and as you can see with this Zarya pick by Corndog or Miles.
So Moira now has her ult. Oh.
Yep, both of them are ults. Oh, and that Torbjorn ult. Oh, that's going to be very... Yeah, that Torbjorn is ult basically just... It puts lava everywhere on the floor. And if you step in it, you're burning, you're taking damage.
It wasn't used very well by the enemy Torb. Basically, what it does is, like she said, puts a bunch of lava on the floor, but it's mainly used for tight spaces or in buildings to make it so that they can't cross that area. But right here, there's multiple ways to get over and through this gate. They're just trying to push the main way right now because half of their team can't get over into these alternative paths.
Yeah, you could go up to that point, that little window, but
usually only like DPS with high mobility can get up there.
Oh my gosh, that was a super big ult for that Reinhardt.
Great ult. His ult, basically, he slams his hammer on the ground, and he can stun people. And he just stunned half of the team, a whole 3 players.
Yep, and their enemy Hanzo definitely used that to his advantage and just started picking people off. Yeah, I'm not sure what... I mean, I guess Walden could go again for a dive comp. But I'm not too sure what else they can really do here. Because Case is not letting Walden up at all.
Case is having a solid, great wall of China type defense over here, holding everybody out. There goes the Moira ult again, healing her team and damaging the enemy team simultaneously.
Oh.
They tried to use it for the push, but they have almost nobody there now.
Yeah, that's Zarya. I feel like their ults aren't being very coordinated.
They have 15 seconds to get on point.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't think they'll be able to make this one.
Oh, we have an enemy Hammond.
Somebody is on point. Yep, we have Hammond on point.
Yep, we have Hammond on point.
Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point. Somebody is on point All right, we have
Oh,
Wrecking Ball
and
on
yep, he
point,
just
and
exploded.
yes, he got demolished.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
That is
was
round one. That was some amazing defense.
Yeah, amazing defense on Case's part.
Case wasn't doing so hot in that first match, but they're kind of like pulling it through now.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like maybe that was just them prepping up.
They
I mean,
got beat once, and it made them realize that Walden's better than they thought they were. So now they're going full out.
Yeah. Oh. All right, and why it's 0-0 right now is because Walden did not take the point at all, and this is Case's point to push up and try and get the point. So if Case is able to take the point, then they're gonna get like a 1, and that's gonna be a win for Case.
Yeah. So if Case is even able to take a segment of this point, they automatically win the entire game.
Yes, just because Walden wasn't able to even touch the point last round. All right, so it looks like they're very kind of split up. I'm not too sure what they're going for.
This here is Aiden Barber. He is playing Baptiste. He is a newer support who can shoot little healing darts with his right click and with his... Oh, they're already on point.
Yeah, they're on... I believe they...
Whoa,
they have
holy
It was the
crap.
enemy Reinhardt that immediately rushed on a point.
They're
But
already
Walden just-
on point. Taking
Yeah,
names.
Walden's just trying to hold them off.
Walden has nobody... Oh, one person going on and off point. They have nobody on point, and
Oh.
Case has taken the game.
Wow, that was...
That was so fast.
Yeah, Case definitely knew what the objective was. And they knew they had to get onto that point immediately.
There's still a chance for this game to turn out kind of like yesterday's game, where it ended with Walden at 2 and Case at 3. But we'll have to see in this next match here.
Yep, and we have one of our Walden kids finally got a card.
A great healer. He did so much healing done, and he took 24% of the team damage.
So now we're just waiting for the next map pick and what the last game is going to be. Man, that was very hard to watch, but I'm hoping that Walden can pull it through for this last one.
It would be better to lose 2-3 than 1-4.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, and all of these members on the Walden team, except for one, have been playing for so long, at least since last year and the year before, except for AZNWI with the frog icon. He's their newest player. I don't know how much experience he has or how much team practice he has, but the rest of them, they are definitely like stuck like glue. They are amazing together. They're basically the dream team.
Yeah, they've, as you can see, these little stars by their names, that represents 100 points. So, you can see these two up here have 300 levels to their name, and
Which
everyone
is
else has 100.
a whole lot.
Yeah.
Even 100 levels is pretty difficult to get. It just takes a lot of commitment to the game.
Yep, and a lot of time invested. And then I believe AZNWI, I believe he plays on other accounts or consoles and stuff, which could make sense why his level is a little bit lower, just like how mine is, because I normally just play on PS4, so my Levels on my PC is not that good. But man, Case is putting up a super good fight, and as you can see, they have players who have been, what is that, 500 levels?
That's insane. So that just
Yeah.
shows that they're truly committed to the game and that they've been practicing and playing for a super long time.
Yes.
Or they just grinded the living crap out of the game for the past like couple of months.
Just in preparation for this game, of course. All right, they're picking their heroes right now. I feel like definitely Walden can pull it through.
Oh yeah.
All right, so let's take a look at their team comp.
They definitely can, but I don't know if they will.
Yeah, so for that last game, they switched AZ and WI, or Ethan, which is, as AJ said before, their newest player to the team. Well, just like in terms of playing in the esports. They had him as a tank, but they switched him back to a healer, and they have KX Star actually going as a healer, who was formerly a DPS. But so they have 2 tank shields. They have that May pick, which I think is going to be super good for this match. May's whole character is going to... Or you can explain it.
Yeah. Okay, so May's whole character, her background is she was a scientist. She would study... I don't know what she studied, but she studied stuff in Antarctica. And one day she got stranded, so she invented her own ice gun, which can freeze and shoot icicles. So it can freeze other people, which makes them at standstill for anywhere from 1 to about, I think it's 3.5 seconds, which is basically you're dead at that moment.
Yeah, unless you're getting pocket healed from somebody, but...
She can also create a ice wall with her gun, which is insane. It can block off a entire entrance. And her ult is her little robot friend behind her back. She can throw him anywhere, and it will create a giant blizzard that can freeze an entire enemy team.
Yep, and honest, we had a super good push for that first team fight. I feel like this May is definitely... Oh, she... But I mean, regardless of what just happened, they still had a super good push. And their Lucio is inside of the enemy team, and oh, yep, he got punished for it. Yeah, I feel like Walden got a little bit split up there. But I feel like we can definitely take back this point if they regroup. Alright, so we're just in the little spawn room waiting for everybody to respawn.
And there we go. We're going to start with a really fast push.
Yep.
Again. Case currently has the point, but we have more percentage on the point. We have it 59% captured, and they're climbing from 19% at this moment.
Yep, and we just went on to the point. As you can see, Mara is using her ult, and Mara is being played by yours truly, 03, Aiden. And Aiden has always been their team healer.
Oh, yeah. Aiden is such a good healer. That was a pretty good usage of Mara's ult. She held back people and basically just scared the enemy team away because they don't want to die, because that takes longer than just
they don't want
back.
the smoke from Aiden.
Exactly.
All right, so we're just trying to hold this little corner right here. All right, we still have that May pick, which I'm happy with.
Looks like we're gaining a bunch of ults right now.
Yeah.
That will be very useful when Case decides to push the point as hard as
that Lucio ult was a super good counter.
Oh, yeah.
They're holding the point down right now.
Lucio's ult temporarily boosts everybody's health by, I think it's like 600 or like 1,000 or something. It's an insane boost, but it quickly goes away in the matter of, I think it's 5 seconds.
Yeah,
so
but
it's a little temporary boost.
Yeah, but it keeps the players' team alive just a little bit longer, which is honestly what they needed at that point. But still, they got pushed back.
Case stole the point at 99%. Holy crap. That must feel so bad for Walden. But Walden,
Yeah.
I have confidence in them. They can take this back. They're all pushing back in to try and take
And we
their
have 3
point
alts
back.
up. Well, 2 now, but I feel like we can definitely take this back. Oh, that was a far alt. I didn't not even realize that the enemy team had a Pharah. I did not catch that at all. Oh, and here's that Roadhog alt again. He's trying to get them off the point, but it looks like he's solo pushing right now, so he can't really do much. All right, and I think they're taking it. Yep, Walden took that
There
round.
we go. All right, so first round goes to Walden in this match. Now, that doesn't mean too much. It does, in fact, give them a boost, but Case can easily take this back.
Yes, and I feel like now that they might expect Walden to switch their team comp a little bit.
It could be smart on Walden's side now that Case has seen their composition from last round. But it also could be handy to them to keep their current comp if Case is trying to predict them switching it.
Yeah, which it looks like Little Quaz, Ryan Bransky, he switched from May to McCree.
Which is actually a great switch for this map in particular because McCree can sit back and just snipe people. He can stun people, and he can fire all 6 bullets in his revolver at once, basically eliminating anyone under 300 health.
Yeah, and I feel like Ryan Bransky is especially good with any type of hit scan. He just absolutely demolishes. Oh, and oh my gosh, that's a super, super big pigs on Corn Dog Miles as Doomfist. He just eliminated like half the team. Yeah, that was quite beautiful. And Sigma.
And there goes Cade right down in the pit.
Right into the gulag.
He'll win this one, boys.
All right, so Case is trying to come on to point, but
it'll be a difficult time for Walden trying to defend with only 1 tank right now until Sigma makes it back to point. He's back now.
Yeah, they lost the healer now.
Nope. Yeah. They lost point at 30% to Case.
Yeah, Sigma couldn't really do much there, honestly. Sigma is I feel like very team reliant. Oh, and there he goes.
Again! Roadhog hooked him right into the pit.
Roadhog is not having it with Cade today.
So one of Roadhog's abilities is you can press either E or a mouse button, and it will throw a hook, and if it gets somebody, pull them straight towards you. So you can use that to hook them and then headshot them right to death, or hook them into a pit right to death, as you've seen twice against Cade.
Oh, and Low Quads was just taken out too. Oh, geez.
I feel like Doomfist is now ulting at point. Oh, never mind. He actually used it to get back to his team so he would not die.
That was pretty smart of him.
So Doomfist ult, he jumps into the air, heals to full health, and then he can go anywhere in the map that he can access within, I think it's 15 seconds, maybe a little bit shorter. But he came and slammed back down at his team. There goes our Reinhardt, one of our biggest tanks who has a nice giant shield.
Yeah, they have a Symmetra on their team, which is really it's a super, super good pick on this map, especially because as you can see, the point is just like a little dome. And so she can place those turrets. That Cade actually just eliminated one, but she can place those and it pierces shields. As you can see, it's piercing at Reinhardt right now.
It's not looking good for Walden. They're at 92%, but the point is...
that was a big ult on their Junkrat as well. Yeah, I'm not sure what's gonna happen.
Not looking good for Walden. They do have, I'm pretty sure they have 4 alts readied up right now. Walden's not going to be able to get there in time.
Yeah,
Maybe?
no.
Nope. All right, now it's 1-1. Whoever wins this next one gets this match.
Yes. Oh, that was. Walden had it in the first half definitely, but I feel like they didn't have too great of resets when they did.
They got all split up by just Cade getting hooked into the pit twice, and the enemy team has the Symmetra with the turrets, which can do so much damage, but they have 0 health, so one shot and they're gone. It split the enemy team up so much.
Yeah, they're I feel like they were definitely going for picks on the healers and the tanks first, and that was absolutely breaking their team comp. All right, and actually Lil Quaz is going as Farah for this round, and Farah, she's actually the daughter of the character before that we saw, Anna, the sniper, the 6-year-old lady. I saw some people in the comments talking about it. We never said 60-year-olds are bad. We just said she was 60. Yeah. Oh, that. Wow, that's so much. That enemy Symmetra, she just got 2 kills. She's kind of dominating our team right now.
And down goes John. He got melted. There's one of our tanks gone.
Yep, they definitely just need to reset for this one.
Oh, yeah. They only have 3 players over there, and 2 of them are at half health. Oh, they're just going to go in. Aiden Barber, our second healer, is now back, so he might be able to heal everybody up in time. Looks like everybody has that moderate to decent health.
And it looks like they're just slowly trying to push up. It's very crucial that they get that pick on Symmetra and get her turrets down.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and it looks like
okay.
John totally got himself back to health. He was not phased.
So Roadhog has his E special, which is one of his abilities. You press E and you give yourself 300 health as Roadhog.
Oh.
It's a insanely great ability. Oh, but there he goes. He has his ult though, so that could be good for pushing in. Roadhog's ult actually fires a whole bunch of bullets from his gun and shoots everybody back, just launches them back.
Yeah, while also taking damage.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Not for the enemy team though. Alright,
so
we actually have got 3 ults.
Great ults for pushing in, which I'm assuming they're going to be using them right now. Actually, yep.
Oh, that McCree ult.
And they're using Sigma's ult too.
Oh, McCree ult. Oh, actually, McCree didn't get anyone with that.
Oof, that sucks from McCree. That was twice this game.
Alright, and they were able to take out all of Symmetra's turrets that she has scattered around here. So
Walden has just captured the point, except Case is still at a 90% lead, which is, well, could be devastating for Walden, obviously.
Yeah, because if they take it back and Walden is not there to contest it, that goes to the Case. Alright, so we see Case slowly trying to trickle in. It looks like they're going to be trying pushing from both sides. All right, we have May's ult, which is actually being played by Miles now. And again, as I said before, her ult basically just freezes the enemy team depending on where she puts it.
They're trying to hold the point as best as they can, and so far they're doing pretty well.
Yep,
and our Sigma tank just got hooked in by their Roadhog and absolutely destroyed. Health bar is gone.
Yep, I think.
So this big wall is Symmetra's ult. It is a giant shield. No matter what side you're on, you can't shoot through it. And it goes.
That was. I'm sorry, that was a super good play on Miles' part with his wall completely blocking off McCree's ult. That was super well placed.
But now it seems like Case is going to take the point unless Walden can get here. Just a nope. They missed out on it. They were going to have to retake the entire point in
but
the next couple of seconds here. Otherwise, the game goes to Case.
Yeah, I am not too sure if Walden can do it. They had a big ult with Lucio, but if
Moira just popped her ult.
yeah,
And it
that
seems to be
eliminated one of the
working.
tanks.
Okay, we're now capturing point, and the enemy team is trickling in, which is not good for them.
All right, Lucio used his ult. Again, that McCree ult. Gosh, he was popping out ults left and right.
So both teams are just throwing out ults wild, hoping, just praying that they'll get point off of them.
Oh, and that's that Moira ult. Oh.
Ooh, and there goes the entire game. Case has won the game 4-1.
All right, and then here's definitely the game by the Case player again.
This is Junkrat. Oh, and we saw this ult actually. It took out 2 people, a tank and a support. And then went into point, and they took out the second support, which was devastating to our team.
Yeah, Case put up a very good fight, and they're especially their hero picks, they knew what they were doing, and they were super good with picking heroes.
So that was a great match played by both Walden and Case, but Walden just could not handle Case. Case was left and right, just throwing ults everywhere, and it worked. It just worked. It was perfectly timed ults, perfectly timed rushes. They only trickled in like once or twice in the whole game.
Yeah, I feel like Walden was just a bit shaken up about those middle 2 games, but overall, this is just the homecoming game, so it's just for fun. But so now that the game's over, we're going to be switching over to the student government for announcing the homecoming king and queen in the court.
Hi everyone! So I know you guys are excited to hear our homecoming king and queen, but first I have a few announcements. So thank you to everyone who participated in the food drive this year. Your contributions will help many people. Right now, the purple team has 89 boxes and $1,565. And the white team has 105 boxes and $360, which puts us at a total of 194 boxes and $1,925. But there's still one last chance to donate. Tomorrow, Saturday the 21st, there will be a drop-off site at the Piggly Wiggly on Washington Avenue from 12 to 5. Please share this information with others who would like to donate. And remember to label your food clearly with your team color if you would like it to go towards your team totals. Now I'll hand it over to Miranda to announce our homecoming king and queen.
Hello, everyone. Okay, so after this 2 weeks, we have decided on our king and queen for homecoming. So for the boys, for our kings, we have Noah, Jacob, Grayson, and Logan. And then for the girls, we had for the court, we had Brooklyn, Mia, Chloe, and Carissa. And for the king, we have Grayson Harris. So congratulations to Grayson. Super exciting. Okay. And then for the girls, for the queen. All right. And then we have Brooklyn Kane. Very exciting. Congratulations to you both. All right. Okay. And then we also have some player interviews after this. So if you stick around for that, we can interview some more of the players and hear about the game and how everything went. So, if we can switch to them, just hold on 1 second. All right. Okay. So, Ethan, so for today's match, how do you think it went? Despite the outcome, how well do you guys think you played?
I think all things considered, we played pretty well. They just had one really solid player that was giving us a lot of issues.
All right. All right. What do you think you could have done to combat those or as well as you could?
We did what we could off the beginning, which was running more of a dive-centric comp, so we could focus on picking him off individually.
All
But
right.
they were doing a pretty good job of repelling those, which made us have to just hope we could take it.
All right. Why do you think the outcome of the game was what it was besides that one player? Do you think you could have done anything else or do you think you could have done anything better?
So
I mean, not particularly, but
I think when we had a few good team fights throughout the games, and I think the team fights that weren't as good, they were just able to group up better and get back quicker than we were, so they were able to have the momentum.
All right. Well, what do you think really your strengths of the game were? This is for any of you who would like to respond.
Hmm.
I
I
think
think
our main strength was definitely our dive comps. Whenever we ran those, especially on control maps, we were doing pretty well because we were pretty well communicated with those. But
Yeah, I
yeah,
think personally for me, I was doing pretty decent as healer. I think towards the third or fourth game, our communication started wavering a little bit, so we
Mhm.
weren't as communicative with each other. But yeah, I think we all played pretty well overall.
Yeah, you guys did do really well. It was just a hard match. But um what do you think like your highest point of the game was? What you guys think you did best out of all of the matches?
Uh, I'll answer. So I think our first game was probably our best. We had the best communication, and even though the first round was really close, we were able to bring it back in that second round, and that got us really pumped up. And
Mhm.
so I think that first game was definitely our best.
Nice. If you could have done anything differently for if you can do a match next time, what do you think you would do differently to combat that one really good player that you had to go against?
I'll probably practice our dive comps a little bit more, so that way we were more ready to be able to focus him down. Because in the few fights that our dive did work, when we managed to take him down first, we were winning the team fights. Like on King's Row, when we got him down a few times, it was enough. We were winning the fights pretty decisively.
Mhm. So, all in all, who do you think was the MVP of your game?
On our team, I would have to give it to our team captain Cade with his really good clutches and tank play. There was a lot of fights that he changed instead of us, instead of anyone else. He had a really, really big impact in the game.
Yeah, we all saw that. That was really good. You guys all played really well, and it was nice talking to all of you. So, with that, I think we can kind of cut ourselves off. And congratulations, you guys. Even though we lost, I think you guys did very well, and it was fun to see you all play.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Glad we were able to do it.
Yeah, it was a fun match, and we'll be able to watch some more and spectate some more for previous or following matches. So it was nice talking to you all. See you guys. Good job.